Now, without immunization to protect us, Trudeau is telling people to forget about international travel and stay home. As a matter of fact, he's saying, shelve your plans for domestic travel as well.
It's not the time to travel, either internationally or even across the country. With spring break coming, people need to hunker down, stay home, make sure we kill this second wave of the virus so that we can get through into the spring and the increase in millions of doses of vaccines that will be arriving in Canada in the best position possible, particularly given the real concern about variants of COVID-19 that are being more and more documented around the world. It's not the time to travel.
The Prime Minister says his government may bring in new travel restrictions, and he says they could be imposed without any advance warning. Just this morning, I saw Foreign Affairs Minister Marc Garneau on a CBC News program. He's saying the federal government not ruling out invoking the Federal Emergencies Act to limit travel. Trudeau says the case numbers remain high. Canada's health system is being stretched to the limits, and we have to take preventative action. Now, Albertans heard that same message here from the province's chief medical officer of health last week. People in the province were kind of hoping cases, with case numbers falling, more restrictions would be eased. Well, that's not going to be happening for a while. The ban on gatherings in her home remains in place, along with other restrictions. Dr. Deena Hinshaw says now is not the time to take our foot off the gas.
Our cases are falling, but we still have the second highest active case rate per capita in Canada. It is also particularly important to keep our current hospitalization numbers in context. While our hospitalizations have decreased significantly from the peak, they remain high. To put this in perspective, despite the progress we've made, there are just as many COVID patients in hospital today as there were on December 8th, the day that our current restrictions were first announced. This means that our health system continues to experience significant strains, and we must ease this burden as quickly as possible.
Hinshaw says we need to continue to drive community transmission down, and that means limiting our contact with other people.